It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. And here's a look at some numbers for Ayo Dosunmu.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Murray out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Olajuwon. Then it's Mark Williams. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3. And for the Pacers, Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. And it's Mathurin in at the 3 slot. These two teams, Clark, play a beautiful brand of basketball with an emphasis on ball movement.
No hero ball between these two squads, Kevin. And you're right, it is beautiful to watch. The ball moves, the player moves, they find quality shots, and the assists come in bunches.
Mathurin with a screen on Williams. Here's Siakam. It's rebounded by Houston. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
No good that time. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Houston, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Mathurin passes to Halliburton. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it. Can't hit that one. Murray with the defensive effort.
3 misses to start the game. Still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
And a miss there on the triple. Pacers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Murray. Last time out, he had 14 points. On the wing, Dosunmu cans the shot from the wing.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pacers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Siakam, the bounce pass. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Shot from the wing. Pass to Nembhard. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Dosunmu. Now here's Olajuwon. Guarded by Jackson. Lets it go from 11. Olajuwon, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
With that little quick burst, it's really tough to slow Andrew Nembhard down there.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Houston. To the paint. Olajuwon passes to Williams. That's in, coming off the assist from Olajuwon.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Tyrese Halliburton really is just a tremendous passer, Clark. He loves setting guys up.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, that's where he's at his most effective and happiest as a player, it seems. He takes great pride and joy in distributing the ball and running the show for his team. And some might even criticize him for being too selfish at times for the ability he has to score the ball himself. That took a little extra effort from Nembhard, but the juice was worth the squeeze.
Now, Alexander Walker. 14 points from him the last game against Denver.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Out to the wing. Siakam passes to Nemar. Outside for Jackson. Indiana moving it around. Here's Halliburton. And he lays it straight in.
Halliburton's quickness and agility really makes him hard to deal with, especially when he's in close like that.
Pass to Williams. Olajuwon outside. Here's Murray. Fires the three. Unable to get that one. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Siakam outside. Outside Mathurin. To the middle. And Nemar has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. To the inside, Olajuwon. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Hey, best of luck trying to slow Hakeem down. Going up for a full-strength power jam.
The Pacers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Pass to Dosunmu. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Jackson. Here's Murray. Scoreless thus far. Alexander Walker passes to Williams. Over Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson.
Nice move that time by the big fella Williams, getting his defender in the air so he could get his look and draw a foul.
He's off on the first. So, Craig, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Look, when you consider Mark Williams, he's got some things that you can't teach. Tremendous size and length, athleticism and agility as well. He's a big presence in that painted area.
Now, here is Halliburton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Murray after Indiana gets the three. Pass to Alexander Walker. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Alexander Walker's got 6 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Halliburton with the bucket.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 1. Jackson setting the pick here for Halliburton. Banked in off the glass. 6 points for him. Houston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Murray against Halliburton. Murray, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Here's Jackson. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Alexander Walker on the wing. Olajuwon on the wing. Covered by Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. Olajuwon's shot is good.
I tell you what, you can't let Olajuwon get this kind of positioning. I mean, he is a master at knowing how to score close inside.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Houston with a big group substitution here. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Mark Williams. Marshall comes in for Dosunmu. Hawkins checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Fred VanVleet in for DeJounte Murray. A nice shot by Nesmith.
Nesmith very efficient in the catch-and-shoot situation.
And for Houston, they're shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one, 57% from the field. Pass to Olajuwon. Over Wiseman. Olajuwon, no luck.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
VanVleet with it. Last time out, he had 14 points. Olajuwon with a screen on McConnell. VanVleet passes to Olajuwon. Here's Hawkins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pacers leading by 4. Pass to Wiseman. VanVleet against McConnell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, nice job by Wiseman to get some contact while in the act. Heady play.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdowns for the Pacers.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
And both free throws good for Wiseman. Houston trails by 6. Here's VanVleet. Nothing on the board. Pass to Olynyk. Kicks it out to Hawkins. 5 to shoot. Another miss by Houston. Pacers leading by 6. Here's Nesmith. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. VanVleet picks one up. Well, Aaron Nesmith isn't just a high-effort player. He also provides a valuable skill set.
He sure does, Kevin. I mean, he's strong. He's athletic. Can guard a couple of positions. He rebounds effectively for his size. And he's a sniper from the three-point line. He's an absolute laser. And I think his greatest attribute is his competitive as a defender.
Bradley's checked in for James Wiseman.
And Nesmith is a very talented shooter, no denying that. I mean, he's a guy you have to guard closely at all times.
And Olajuwon with the basket on the assist from VanVleet. And it's 6 points for Hakeem Olajuwon. McConnell scanning the floor. The 11-footer. Hakeem Olajuwon grabs the rebound. Olajuwon's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. VanVleet passes to Olynyk. Here's Marshall. Good on the 13-footer. Now it's just a 3-point Indiana lead.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's McConnell. Still scoreless. Here's Bradley. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Pacers lead by 5.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Here is Olajuwon. He has 6. from 14, and it's...
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Up top, McConnell. Covered by Van Vliet. Now, here's McConnell. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Indiana out in front. They're up by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got Robinson. Atkins is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Najee Marshall. And it's Olynyk in at the 4. Now, here's McConnell. Mitchell Robinson unable to get his last shot to go in. Siakam, it's not going to go for him. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Van Vliet. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Van Vliet's got the first basket of the second quarter for Houston. Pacers leading by 3. And here's McConnell. Nothing on the board. Martin kicks to Toppin. Indiana moving it around. And a wide open look for Siakam. It's rebounded by Houston.
They are winning despite his efforts. He's been off all night.
Now Van Vliet. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Robinson. Over Siakam. Robinson misses.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson. Hard to find a more versatile forward, Clark, in this league than Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun to see how far his game has come in his decade plus. I mean, he was part of that Toronto Raptors championship team, an up-and-coming young force then, and now he's really refined his game. He's a go-to player. His hustle and defensive gifts are really what stood out early, and he continues to do that well. He's just a terrific top-line player in the NBA.
Here's Robinson. Pacers with the rebound. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. Siakam a screen on Van Vliet. Poke loose and stolen by Williams. And they're moving it up. Here's Robinson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Monday, they'll take on Zion Williamson. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, and Kevin, this is going to be a very trying part of the schedule for them. More than a fair share of road games on the dock for the team, and have not had an easy time finding success away from home.
The Pacers making a switch here. Jones is checked in.
Boy, you want to talk about a man-child to deal with, a monster inside. Look no further than Mitchell Robinson. He is a dominant two-way center. Get the ball in close. Get your points that way. That's doing good business.
And so here is Houston following the score by Indiana. Dosunmu, the pass to Alexander Walker. And here is Robinson, covered by Siakam. Van Vliet on the wing, 4 on the shot clock. Back to Williams. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And that's now 9 points for Mark Williams.
Tell you something, when you play against Williams, you've got to deny him the ball around the basket. He's just too long if he catches it in there.
Toppin can't get it to go. Van Vliet passes to Dosunmu. And the 3 off target. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Pacers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Van Vliet against McConnell. Siakam left side. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by Houston.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And it's good, 2 points. And now just a 2-point Pacer lead.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Nesmith. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Nesmith has got 7 points.
This is what Nesmith does extremely well. Stretch the floor.
Robinson, a screen on McConnell. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Tell you what, I can't think of a more menacing lob threat than Robinson. He's big, he's got nice bounce, and he's physical. An ideal finisher on that play.
Siakam looking around. A three-pointer, no good.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And for a guy who handles the ball so much, Fred VanVleet really, Clark, takes care of the ball. He rarely turns it over.
Yeah, Freddie is steady, boy. I tell you, man, he is a guy who really squeezes that orange. You can trust him to push the pace and play slow and take care of it no matter what the circumstance is. I mean, his leadership, his clutch production, that guy is a coach's dream.
And, GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. Here's VanVleet following the score by Indiana. Here's Halliburton. Toppin. That one's not going to go. Good D by Williams. Down low. Toppin with the steal. Here's Siakam. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton loves to pass, but he's not chasing assists. He said, quote, "I just try to play the right brand of basketball. I like to see the ball moving. I think it ahead. I'm just playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play." Guys?
He spreads it around. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And Houston calls their first timeout of the game.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Aaron Nesmith. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Houston with a big group substitution here. Olajuwon's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Olynyk comes in for Mark Williams. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Fred VanVleet. Pacers leading by 4. Tries from 10, and that one goes long. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside for Murray. Alexander Walker with the ball. He's got 8. Olynyk can't hit.
That's what you want defensively. Force contested threes.
Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. To Nembhard. Halliburton outside. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. A 15-footer, and it's in there. Matherin's got 5.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Halliburton against Murray. Here's Alexander Walker. Marshall finds Murray. Off target with his 3. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Pacers. 6-point game.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
And for Houston, they're shooting in this game 45%. Inside, here's Olajuwon. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pacers leading by 9. Siakam passes to Halliburton. Down low. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 6 assists here tonight.
An unpredictable guard. Halliburton has a great feel for when to score and when to pass.
And the basket by Olenek.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. Hooked away and stolen by Murray. For 3, Marshall. Nembhard grabs the board. Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Mathurin, good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Murray. Hasn't made one yet. Shot clock at 6. And the basket by Olenek.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Obi Toppin's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Houston also making some changes. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Olenek. And Hawkins subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Halliburton. To the paint. Toppin, good. And the Pacers lead by 9.
Halliburton read what the defense was trying to do and then found his man off the pick. Beautifully done.
Now here's Murray. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Robinson down low. Nembhard covering Marshall. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Connects from three-point range. And now it's a 12-point Pacer lead. Outside, Robinson. Pass to Olajuwon. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Murray outside. And another 3 for Houston.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Now, here's Halliburton. He's got 14. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it.
DeJounte Murray does a nice job using that long frame of his to attract contact from the defense and still get it done.
Houston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
And so Murray nails both of them.
Leader is what comes to mind when I think about Murray. Great guy to have on your team and in the locker room.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game again and finished off by Halliburton.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here is Olajuwon. He has 6. And Robinson throws it down.
Going through the defense, Robinson flexing for the and one chance.
Clark, one thing about Mitchell Robinson, he has got great rim protection, rebounding, and a nice sense on the floor of what to do.
Yeah, he's a big guy that really wreaks havoc on the glass. I mean, his size, jumping ability, and timing, along with his nose for the ball, forget about trying to keep him off the glass. He's getting offensive rebounds, and he's an excellent finisher, rolling out of picks for the lob.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Here's Halliburton. Following the score by Hakeem Olajuwon. Jackson in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 9 assists now tonight. Olajuwon with a screen on Halliburton. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for the Pacers. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. Coach, what's the message that you're going to deliver to the guys in the locker room?
You know, we just got to maintain energy. We're playing against a team that's a really good team. We got to keep turnovers down. We got to rebound.
Energy is something you can control. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Hey folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the Indiana Pacers.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. And guys, let's turn our attention to the future, shall we? Here's the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup against the Lakers, they don't want to say it,
there it is.
But they are very confident coming into this matchup. And who can blame them?
They played some good ball this season. Their opponent, not so much.
Not counting this one.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Man, Pacers really getting them on the glass, man. I'm surprised at that. I would have thought Houston would dominate the rebounds in this one. They're out shooting and out rebounding.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on it. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here's Murray. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Murray. And that one comes up a bit short. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. They've held a 12-point lead early. Pass to Jackson. Now Nembhard shoots over Alexander Walker. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Driving in, that's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Alexander Walker. Indiana's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13.
Halliburton all about getting his teammates open looks. Does such a great job with his unselfishness making the pass.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Houston trails by 4. Here's Dosunmu. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 8th assist in the game.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Now, here's Halliburton. He's got 16. Pass to Jackson. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got 11 rebounds in the game. Murray outside. Olajuwon guarded by Jackson. To the middle. Williams passes to Alexander Walker. And Williams with the stuff.
Good cleanup job by Williams that time, collecting the miss and then going right up for his own shot.
The Pacers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Pass to Halliburton. Outside for Jackson. Goes up the baseline. And yes, it's good. And it's 8 points for Isaiah Jackson.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Now, here's Olajuwon. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 5. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Macklin for 3. Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
What Hakeem provides for his team is a rock-solid foundation. They can rely on him on both ends and build schemes around his talent.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. Houston making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. That one is no good. The Pacers with the lead. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And stolen by Murray. And it's Houston on the break. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
Boy, it's been attack after attack from Hakeem in this one. He's not giving the defense any breaks.
Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Mathurin passes to Nembhard. Shot clock at 3. Shot from the top of the key, and it comes off the front of the rim. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Pass to Dosunmu. Houston moving it around. And here's Olynyk from the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now, here's Halliburton. At the elbow, it's Siakam. Jackson down low. Defended by Dosunmu.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Houston making some changes. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Olynyk. Shepard comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Murray. Pass to Olajuwon. And here is Dosunmu. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Stolen by Jackson. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
That's good for Marshall. Misses, so he splits the free throws. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Pacers. They lead by 1. Mathurin, good.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Shepard. That's good, and it's Olajuwon with the assist. Shepard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Siakam outside. It's Jackson atop the key. Outside Mathurin. Just 4 to shoot. Halliburton for 3. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Halliburton with the answer was anxious to throw it right back at him.
Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Dosunmu. Back to Olajuwon. Van Vliet passes to Dosunmu. Van Vliet outside. Here's Olajuwon, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Hawkins checked in for Houston.
Number 24.
Indiana leading by 4. Outside Jackson. Pass to Siakam. Looking to end his cold spell. It's rebounded by Houston. Olajuwon's. Van Vliet outside. And he banks in the layup. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
Van Vliet, for his size, is pretty tricky.
Indiana's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Siakam. Misses the baby hook. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The game now all time. And that's now 7 points for Fred Van Vliet.
The defense gets physical inside, and guess what? The tenacious Fred Van Vliet ready for it.
Siakam to bounce back. Mathurin passes to Nembhard. And here's Halliburton. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Van Vliet, and it's Halliburton missing. For Houston, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the 3rd.
And they're in the top half of the league in steals. They are doing a better job of taking advantage of your mistakes.
All the second chance points they've racked up jump out at you. They've got a few guys that pursue the basketball with incredible effort at both ends. For Houston, they have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
An NBA champion and all-star. Fred Van Vliet's a guy every team wants because he's fun to play with and he plays the game the right way and with passion.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Neesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Houston.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
Now, here's McConnell. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Plenty of space. A nice shot by Neesmith. Neesmith has got 10 points. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Van Vliet up top. He's covered by McConnell. Here's Hawkins. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. Hawkins has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Toppin sets a screen for Halliburton. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Pacers lead by 1.
If you hit a 3-on-1 in, you know Halliburton wants to do the same in his response. What a competitor.
Van Vliet against McConnell. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the rim. They were all over him.
And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
And to the sidelines we go. Let's catch up on the story about Kelly Olynyk. Allie, what do they say?
Hey guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Houston. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. It seems the issue may not be so serious as they're allowing a return to action. I'll give you updates as I get them.
Thank you, Allie. We appreciate the update.
It's always so tough to see a player get hit with this kind of setback. You know, they dedicate so much time and energy and effort to their craft. My hope and prayer is that he has a smooth recovery.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Siakam. Averaging 23 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Siakam. And Martin subbed in for Halliburton.
So quick off the floor, Obi Toppin.
Houston trails by 3. Van Vliet outside. Olajuwon with a screen on McConnell. Van Vliet finds Olajuwon. Count it, good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Neesmith. The 3. Rebound by Olynyk. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Stolen by McConnell. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. From 12 feet out. The shot by Bryant, no good. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Van Vliet kicks to Olynyk. A miss that time. Would have put him up. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Martin dishes to Toppin. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Neesmith. And that one, good. Neesmith has got 5 points in the quarter.
Excellent balance and concentration from Neesmith, showing you some toughness on that finish.
To the inside. Here's Olajuwon. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got assist number 5 here tonight.
He is on one right now, carrying the offense. Just keep finding him.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Pacers lead by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. So on the floor for Houston. Shumpert out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Najee Marshall. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's Williams at the power forwards position. Here's Van Vliet, following the score by Obi Toppin. Kicks it out to Van Vliet, and it's all evened up.
Because he's got such good touch down there, Van Vliet never afraid to mix it up inside.
The Pacers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Tries the spin move. Here's Siakam. Lays it up off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Van Vliet. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
With his impeccable footwork and interior scoring, Olajuwon really an ideal roll man out of the pick and roll.
Toppin sets a screen for Siakam. Lets it go from deep. And it's Toppin, that time on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got his 8th assist here tonight. Houston trails by 3. Van Vliet passes to Williams. Now Shepard. Olajuwon outside. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now, here's Nesmith. Toppin, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Pass to Williams. To the middle. And finished off by Shepard.
Whenever you're center, a guy like Mark Williams gives you an assist, that's a great sign for your offense.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Now coming onto the court, your Pacers High School.
The Pacers making a change here. Halliburton's checked in. Houston with a big group substitution here. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Williams. Dosunmu comes in for Marshall. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Shepard. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Fred Van Vliet. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talking to the team. Coach told them to adjust on defense, saying they're calling it tight right now. We can keep the same effort, but less reaching in and all that. Don't let them beat us at the line. Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. First free throw is good.
Seems like Halliburton is always looking to do a little more, always making the extra effort. That's fairly rare.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Olympic.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here is Robinson. Robinson a screen on McConnell. Clock at 6. Here's Olajuwon. Now Alexander Walker. Here's Olajuwon. Toppin covering. Here's Dosunmu. That's good, and it's Olajuwon with the assist. Olajuwon's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. McConnell against Murray. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Indiana again missing.
Letting him have that from mid-range. The defense dodged the bullet there.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Outside, Olajuwon. And stolen by Siakam. Pass to Halliburton. Down low, Halliburton puts it in.
Halliburton going off like this is fun to watch. He's really been engaged offensively.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Houston. Stolen by McConnell. Olajuwon with the block. Dosunmu, the pass to Robinson. Murray outside. Over McConnell. It's rebounded by Indiana. Nesmith has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Siakam. Left side, Halliburton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up on the wing. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Halliburton. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Murray kicks to Robinson. Here's Alexander Walker. Olajuwon outside for Murray. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Olajuwon. Shoots over Toppin. And he can't bank that one in. The Pacers are gone 5 of 8 shooting as they've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Toppin, so much fun to watch. Put back on the highlight reel.
Now here's Murray. Outside Robinson. Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Alexander Walker. That's good. And it's Olajuwon with the assist.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Now, here is Halliburton. Pass to Toppin. Now, here's Siakam. He's defended by Olajuwon. Shoots. Siakam's shot is off. Houston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with his length, DeJounte Murray is a difficult matchup. Helps him get to that line.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Now, here is Halliburton. Outside for Jackson. From outside, off the mark. For Houston, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Now, Dosumu. Pass to Olajuwon. 14 feet away. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Olajuwon's got the lead up to 3 now for Houston.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Halliburton muscles through the contact.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Dosumu, defended by Mathurin. Here's Olajuwon, and he uses the glass on the layup. Olajuwon's got 25 points in the game.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now.
The previous play is under review.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed.
The ruling on the floor stands.
We get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he knocks down the first one. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Dosumu. He's off on the second.
They've got to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
That's good from Marshall on the assist by Murray. And Houston leads by 4.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And a wide open look for Mathurin. Bangs home the trifecta.
And wow, Mathurin, the youngster, making his presence known.
And here is Murray. Van Vliet outside. Olajuwon on the wing. Covered by Siakam. Clock at 2. Takes the 3. Jackson with the rebound. Crucial possession with time ticking down.
He had an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
We've seen this movie before from Matthew. He is cool and confident under pressure.
Olajuwon with a screen on Halliburton. Olajuwon inside. He's covered by Halliburton. Van Vliet fires. And the 3 misses. The Pacers with the lead. Now Nembhard. Lots of room. And that one is good.
Still young in this league, but Nembhard showing tons of confidence in the big moment.
Olajuwon with a screen on Halliburton. And that one is good.
And Van Vliet unmoved under pressure. I mean, when his team needs a basket, he simply goes out and handles his business.
Here's Jackson. Halliburton outside. Now Jackson. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Olajuwon inside. Siakam's there. Oh, what a finish.
How about the killer cool of Olajuwon? Loves to put the team on his back when the game gets tight.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. They've held a 12-point lead early. And he gets the floater to drop.
Big-time shot by Halliburton. And his team and coaches say, in Tyrese, we trust.
Outside, Murray. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Houston making a switch. Dozumu's checked in. Here's Halliburton. Outside, Siakam. And there's the 3.
When Siakam is assertive like this, I love it. I mean, knocking down these kinds of shots is huge for building confidence.
That one is off.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Halliburton. It's good.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
No good, unable to end this run. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Another chance, and the shot goes in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that about wraps it up. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.